Hello there everyone. Thought I'd start doing these videos just to give you a bit of an idea of what it's like for us to live in the country and the impact on our living conditions living in the country around industrial farming, and also the impact, really negative and adverse effect on both our property and our health. Over the next episodes we'll go through that, and also other issues and so on. So likes of today, we have our air purifier, so we have this running 24/7. This here will be getting a bit full just on the dust level there, so we'll vacuum clean it out. They're a really good unit. So we have that going 24/7. Because of my health, I was unable to finish all the renovations, so apologise if it's not completely complete. This is what we do for our water. We've got water tanks, but the water isn't safe to drink. So as such, we fill up every couple of times a week from the service station, and we just use this here, which is a Brita filter, I suppose, and it goes straight into here, which is really handy, and just filter straight down, and you can just drink from it. Doesn't help with the likes of our showering, because I've got to make sure that I keep my eyes closed, otherwise you'll get your eyelids swelling up, or even washing quite often have a smell to it, so you'll have to run a 60-degree wash. And so today we've got a bit of a wet day. The weather's coming towards us. This is on our kitchen side where we cook and try to eat, which we don't often have an opportunity to do so. It's usually just sandwiches, because we can't open up the window because the wind's coming towards this direction today. And just with the mud farming across the other side there getting closer, it'll be sandwiches today and anything being cooked. So because we've got an outside vent and the wind's blowing this way, we just sellotape up the air vent so that nothing comes or gets drawn back through with the purifier. So that's what it is there today. So it's a work in progress, but with my health I haven't been able to continue with the renovations. Bird bath is getting full of water today, and our clotheslines down the end, so with the mud farming and other stuff that's spread around, we're unable to hang washing out and bring it in. So we just usually have a couple of clothes areas running 24/7 in the other room. And now and again, when we can open up the window, we'll have the dryer running outside the window. So it's tidy, but obviously still got renovations to go. And when I go outside, these are the masks that I usually wear. These ones here are usually the best, actually. They're P2, P3, and they've got a carbon in them, so they take away some of the odour, and they pick up the real fine particulate matter, especially when they spread the powdered farm fertilisers and so on. That stuff stays airborne until it rains usually. The heavy stuff will go down to the ground, but it'll be picked up by the wind because we're in an extra high wind zone. So these here are really good for that. And this here is when they spread the liquid sprays. So just used for those. Couple up the sleeve, and just one of these 3M masks here. And so, yeah, after a short while of living up here, I've become an asthmatic, probably about 4 or 5 months. I couldn't walk to the gate, had no idea, was fit and healthy, and couldn't walk to the gate, so I went to the doctor and said, "Oh, you better get your lungs checked, you're an asthmatic." But prior to moving up here, I was fit and healthy, and unfortunately it's just progressively got worse with the activity that's gone on around here. So I'll use a salt rinse to try and keep my eyelids from swelling up and the effects on my eyes when I need to, which is quite regularly. And I'll use some of these preservative free. Really important for anybody who lives or is suffering the way that we're suffering, is to get that preservative free stuff, because you don't want anything that's going to be more damaging to your eyes. And then because of the damage to the bones that I've had through taking a lot of prednisone, because of the harm that it's caused to my lungs, it's caused bone damage, so I've got to take things like tramadol for the pain, nausea tablets. Some of the older ones are used, the newer ones now. And what else we've got here? I've got a lot more medication than this. Zopicone, because of severe pain, it's really hard to sleep without that. And a lot of other medication I take also. But still a nice wee view out there, and the pond's getting filled up. But yeah, rather annoying that we can't sort of use the clothesline and open the windows to cook tea. Considering I used to be a plumber, I've got quite some tolerance, but yeah, it's been pretty shocking. So do another load of washing, and I'll put that in the clothes area. And yeah, we've just got to make sure everything's all sealed up properly. And yeah, so those things there are really handy to have. Definitely have those for the filters, so they're real good things. They're not very expensive. Usually at the warehouse you can buy the jugs and so on. Just more of a pain filling up those. Yeah, cold day in Southland. Apologise for the mess. As I said, I haven't been well enough to finish off all the renovations, but and we find that the put the cloth up there, and it doesn't seem to make much of a difference really. Yeah. But we'll get the lino done down the track and get the carpet finished off. But yeah, I quite like the kitchen. Still got some finishing off to be done there. But yeah, it'll be sandwiches tonight for tea, because you open up that window there and you just get everything coming through this way. The wind's coming this direction, and even with the fan range hood running, the range hood will just draw all of that air from that side and just bring it inside. And so those filters are quite expensive on that unit, usually about $240 a filter for the carbon filter and so on. So it's for us it's usually just sandwich night tonight. Okay, I hope everybody else in Southland's keeping warm, and speak to you again. Take care.